I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Hello collectors, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher. And with the addition of Andra, it would seem that our heroes from Castle Grayskull have tipped the scales in their favor from the villains of Castle Snake Mountain. But you can't count out Skeletor, my friends, because he always has something up his sleeve. So, who now? Oh my gosh! It would be Skeletor's very own version of He-Man in Faker from the Netflix action series, Masters of the Universe Revelation. Of course, Revolution's out now with a whole new set of action figures, I am pretty sure. But I don't know if I'm going to be getting too many of those. Because it's just the same action figures, but with different costumes, I would assume. Let's not talk about those, because those aren't here. Let's talk about what we are here for, and that is cutting Faker open. And here goes Faker out of the box, looking pretty good, I think. Cyborg He-Man with all of his accessories, of which he has a nice little number of, including 2 extra heads, a pair of hands, his own power sword, and something to wear once we take this Faker He-Man, I don't know, what is this thing called? I don't know what it's called. I'm sure it has a name. But let's say we take a closer look at Faker. And here goes Faker, all armed up, looking pretty good. As you can probably guess, he is simply just another version of He-Man, just with some slightly different paint. We'll bring in both Prince Adam and He-Man, so you can get a closer look at these two. And yeah, they're pretty much rocking everything the same. But Faker actually came with a lot more stuff than He-Man. And it would look like that Faker has some slightly better stuff than He-Man. I mean, his shield looks a little bit better than He-Man's shield. And if we would hold both of their swords against the light. And Faker's sword, despite the orange hilt, is a little more decorative, has a little bit more metal sheen on it than He-Man does. That seems like an outrage that He-Man would get shorted like that. But let's say we take a closer look at Faker and just, the other things that Faker comes with as we zoom on in with Faker here. But yeah, Faker looks pretty good. Like I said, he has the shield is looking pretty nice. His half robotic face, which is all messed up, looks pretty good. Yeah, and the more of the metal revealing itself from Faker looks pretty good. And as we mentioned, he does have 2 more head sculpts. We'll pop one of those on. And here goes his completely not quite roboticized head, which I think I like better than this head, actually, because at least this Faker, at least this Prince Adam head looks like it's ready for business, as opposed to this Prince Adam head looks like he's ready for a frat party. So yeah, I think we like, if it wasn't for the red eyes, I don't know if you can see the red eyes, I would probably use this head instead. Or maybe I'll use, coming up soon, the Savage He-Man head, because quite honestly, frat boy He-Man ain't doing it for me. Also, Faker has 1 more head, and that looks great. If I'm going to display Faker, I think I would display Faker wearing this. We like this head a lot. This, yeah, Yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I like this head. I like the shine. I like the sheen. I like the glisten. Yeah, this is pretty good, Faker. I like this one. And of course, if you want to get Faker's He-Man chest plate off, that shouldn't be too hard. And here goes Faker with his, again, I'm sure this has a name, with his neck dress on. I don't know what it's called. But it looks it looks kind of silly, actually. Well, this does look better, but there's already a guy wearing this, so he's gonna have to wear that. But it does match his sword, and it does match the shield. So, and it does kind of have a Skeletor aesthetic to it. So, actually, is Skeletor's just painted different, I guess. So yeah, I guess this is how Team Skeletor represents with their neck dress or whatever you would call those things. As far as his articulation and everything goes, you know what he can do. He's just He-Man. He's just Skeletor. He's just King Grayskull back there. They all do the same thing, so he can do everything that you would expect your He-Man or Masters of the Universe Mattel figure to be able to do. Which is a lot. The articulation is usually pretty good. So what kind of value do we assign to old Faker over here? We picked up Faker for $9 and change at Bargain Hunt, of all places. A pretty good price for a pretty good figure. Orange headdress accepted. But Faker will join the rest of the Snake Mountain Evil team, which is critical because they need more people. And that makes Faker a pretty good value.